Welcome to this unboxing video for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the adventure game. A game of 2022 that plays from 1 to 4 players, lasts around 60 to 100 minutes, ages 14 and up, and weight 3.1 out of 5. The game is designed by Javier Angeris Caburasi, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Juan Enrique, Stefano Guerrero, and Rob Harris. It's published by Modifius Entertainment, a company that really strives in excelling in production, and I'm expecting nothing less here. And the first pictures I've seen and the first images really support this, so very much looking forward to see the quality of the game. But I'm also very much interested in seeing how the actual experience is. I've heard so many good things about it. It looks an extremely great project, so very excited about it. It's a thematic game essentially. It needs no introduction to the players of the video game theme. It's a fantasy game and has lots of different categories that it falls under in terms of mechanisms that are being used in the game. Among them, it's a cooperative gameplay as a solo. It has dice rolling, dice icon resolution, events, narrative choice, and different paragraphs of the story, which is branching through the story cards and the quest cards. Point-to-point movement on a huge, really huge map you're going to see for yourself in a minute. I had just the opportunity to sneak peek inside the box. Role-playing and scenario mission campaign game. The game comes with 2 campaigns, and you can also expand it with numerous expansions. But let's first of all see what is the world of Skyrim about, for those who have no idea about Skyrim at all, which I expect there are just a few. So, before the Dragonborn came to Skyrim, you're surviving members of the Blades, a legendary group who long now protects the Empire of Tamriel. Abandoned by the Empire, you must work together to thwart a plot that threatens the whole of Skyrim. Build a unique character in the world of the Elder Scroll. Choose between an Ord, a Damner, an Imperial Altmer, Khajiit, or Orsimer, and equip your character with a wide range of weapons, spells, and armor. Travel across the holds of Skyrim to places like Riften, Solitude, Falkreath, and Whiterun, and attempt a huge range of evolving quests that change the game with each decision. And really, this is the case. There is a lot of things going on, and the game is ever so evolving. You explore the wilderness, you gain side quests from mysterious characters, you delve into ancient ruins and tombs, you battle Draugr, frostbite spiders, dragons, Dwemer, constructs, and Daedra. The deeper you delve, the deadlier your foes will become, and you gain experience and amazing treasures. You also upgrade and enchant your gear, and it's an important cool aspect of the game. You level up your character with a wide range of unique skills and abilities, and you play through 6 chapters of 2 huge campaigns spanning over 25 years in the history of Skyrim. And of course, they are fully replayable. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the adventure game, is a 1 to 4 player cooperative game in the adventure and exploration genre across Skyrim. Players take the roles of heroes involved in epic quests, working together to defeat their enemies and explore the vast expanse of Skyrim. You will be able to choose a character miniature like the ones that I mentioned before, from a high elf or a Nord or a Khajiit, etc. And your strategy and weapons and spells will dictate your playstyle and your experience of the game, which will ever going to be changing all the time. The players must keep an eye for the threats that increases across the Skyrim, as dragons, Daedra, trolls, and all of them, they roam the lands and they create havoc across the holds. Players need to work together to keep the lands free while balancing the demands of their most important quests. As I mentioned, the base game has 2 campaigns, but there are some key features of the game and key mechanics that make it stand out from the crowd. A living board, which always changes from the different things that happen in the game. Customizable characters that you can really personalize them and have unique experiences playing them. Upgradable equipment, which you can enchant or reinforce different equipment, and it will give you really important cool skills and aspects. The quests are all in cards, and you can always continue with different quests or pursue different quests. But even your decisions, if you fail on a quest, that doesn't mean you lose the game. It's just that you can come back with some changes in a different quest card, which is updated, or you can select actually have different choices and move forward in a different direction. The combat system is unique. You also get the dungeon crawling feeling, which is not easily found in adventure games of this scope and this magnitude. And also it is a fully cooperative game with very unique layers of cooperation, as well as the expansions offer a lot of things. So really cool game, and I'm very much looking forward to start playing it immediately. So let's move forward to unboxing the game, which is huge. And this is the back of the game box. There are lots of things going on, so it's quite heavy as well. The cover is fantastic. So let's dive right into the components. Again, this is going to be an unboxing video focusing on the materials, the quality of the materials, and showing off what's inside the box. And there's going to be separate videos released about Skyrim, the adventure game, to focus on other aspects of the game, like how to play and other demonstrations of what's inside. So we have two booklets. One is the adventure game tutorial to start from, and the other one is the adventure game rulebook, which is subsequently a bit thicker, as you would expect, but in any case, everyone's going to start from the tutorial. So far, the report from players and friends who have tried the game, they just say that these are really cool way of getting the rules across. It's very easy to follow through, to understand the mechanics, to understand what's going on, and also the tutorial booklet really helps a lot. So the tutorial mission, this is what you need to set up for the tutorial specifically, and here you go through the basic concepts of the game. So the game tutors you on how to play the game, and I really like when companies do that. So here we go through your first game turn and how you play it, how you do damage to enemies. The second game turn, the narrative the narrative aspect of the game and the exploration and how it works. The map itself and the different things. It's a massive map, as you're going to see. Then some subsequent game turns, and then you have also here from the other side, and I like the fact that it's upside down, the adventure game scenario book, where you have campaign chapters. Campaign 1 is the Blades, and campaign 2 is the Civil War. And one would think, okay, this is a campaign with 2 pages, but what is really important in this game, that all the quests and all the story and all the choice and the exploration are within the quest cards and within the cards. So there's a lot and a ton of material. So instead of having, and I really like that, huge book to go through pages and pages, you have specific things that are of interest depending on where you are, in which campaign and what stage of the campaign. This is the full adventure game rulebook, a bit thicker and more detail. Okay, so you have the contents again of the game, you have the overview and the goal. The art is phenomenal. The components, lots and lots of cards of different types. You have also numbered deck boxes to save the different cards, and you have dividers, and you have board save box, you have chapter boxes for saving, etc. You have 6 player figures for the miniatures. You have the game board, you have character boards, which are amazing, compact, and really helpful in organizing your play area. Dungeon cards, encounter cards, follower cards, character cards, item cards, upgrade enchantments, statuses, wilderness, town cards, challenges for the dungeon, etc. And lots of different stamina cubes, magic cubes, armor, etc. and the dice for the skill set, the skill test. Cool. So there are 35 roaming monster tokens, and keep in mind that you can also get an expansion where you get those as miniatures, and you can also use them on a separate skirmish game. So lots of things going on here. So not that you need them to play the game, but you know, if you want to have minis for everything, you can still do. Here's the setup, the character board setup, and this is what I'm referring to, and I'm going to show you. This is really nice, organizing your and keeping it slim, because the board is huge and you want to have a compact player area and everything is easy and accessible, and this is what the board does. You have the heroes of the game. Everybody has their own background. And they have some initial abilities, but there are no classes in Skyrim, and this is another thing that I like. You don't have the tank, the sorcerer, etc. You can start, and even the tribes and the factions that they are geared towards normally, being warriors, you can make them spellcasters or whatever you want, depending on the choices, and you can even switch between mid-campaign your direction. It's really cool, depending on how you equip them and how you differentiate them. The reference guide, the rulebook, as you see, is very well structured. Don't be frightened by the 50 pages. It's very easy to read. I had already the opportunity to read most of it online, and I'm going to read it from the physical book again before starting, the physical copy. The combat reference guide, how it works, how you start the game turn sequence, You have the event card, you have the roaming monsters, how you move on the board, and examples, the event cards, and how you what happens in strongholds, where you go to upgrade your weapons, the quest cards, how they work, the skills, special quests, dungeon quests, the combat explained in detail, and examples, enemy actions, follower actions, player actions, different type of players, different type of player actions, like offensive, dealing damage, special, healing, the final blow, potions, fighting multiple enemies. Just get an idea of the anatomy of the card here, because I'm not going to show you all the cards, not to make some spoilers in any case. Exploration, narrative exploration, how you improve your character, the skills, and this is really, really nice. And this tells a lot about character progression, upgrading, enchanting, customizing your items and equipment, how you save the game, how you play the free roam mode, how you play the competitive mode, hard mode, story mode, cooperative mode, explore the world, balance your skill sets, and different types of ways of enjoying the game. I also like that because it gives different value. And this is the map. And you can already understand I'm extremely excited. So let's move forward. So the first thing I'm going to do from this huge box, okay, is to take the board, get these things out, tack boxes and baggies, very useful, but and there are trays as well in the game. But I want to open the board because I'm not going to be able to put it on top of the rest of the things because it's massive. I think it's definitely, it must be the largest board I've seen in a game. It's huge. It has 8 pieces. It's folded in 8 pieces. It's really massive. Okay, and I like that because this is an exploration game, and there are a lot of things going on in the world of Skyrim. So this size of the board is trying to facilitate, you know, to be able to play it. And it's a good quality board. It's matte finish, so there's no glare. Very thick cardboard, as you can see. I mean, the box is even heavy without the board. It remains heavy without the board. So you have the world quests that they are on the right side, and they're all there. You have the various locations, traveling through locations, roaming monsters that are going to be in between, different things that are going to happen, strongholds, and all the fantastic world of Skyrim. And then you have the different events here on the side and additional information about stronghold degradation, etc. Okay, so amazing board, really well done, very easy to tell apart the locations, enough room for lots of miniatures and tokens, even if you replace the tokens with miniatures for the roaming monsters. And then let's move to the rest of the components. First of all, we have the player boards, and I have to admit, I just wish that more companies were doing that. You don't need a huge board with unnecessary space, especially when you have such a huge main board. You don't need huge player boards for no reason, unless you need them. So you can put the cards, you have a recessed board for tracking everything, you have slots, and this is thick cardboard. Again, very nicely done, and very much happy about how this will help me play the game with in a way that I will enjoy the game and not have to worry about working with my player. So, tack boxes, and this is nice because you can save different your player statuses and the board with these tack boxes. So very useful as well. Good. Then I move back to the main box. And I'm going to show you the first thing that I see here, which are, there is a lid, so it can keep everything in place. And then I have, let me also open the rulebook so I can use the exact term of each component that we're going to see. Okay, we have 3 punch boards with number of tokens. Again, this is nice thick cardboard, matte, no glare, I like it. We have various things from different gold tokens for threat tokens. These are the threat tokens. We have gold tokens. We have various other tokens like the experience tokens for upgrading. You have skill tokens. These are all skill tokens. And you can see that they are color coded in 3 colors. Like you have blue, heavy armor, smithing, one-handed, archery. Then you have, for example, illusion, distraction, restoration, alteration. And then you have alchemy, pickpocketing, light armor, sneak, speech, lockpicking. How cool is that? Lots of different tokens. Okay, so I'm not going to unpunch anything here just to save time. These are the player quest markers. Okay, and these are some quest markers, generic quest markers, so that you can quickly identify where quests are on the board. Then we have lots of nice plastic cubes. Nice quality cubes, nice colors. We have the health cubes, the red, we have the stamina cubes, the green, the magicka cubes, the purple, and then armor cubes, which are the pink and yellow. Okay. Then we have the track limit cubes, the white ones, and the final blow cubes, the black ones, and these are like nice plastic material, so I prefer it from wood, to be honest. We have the dice of the game, 1 red enemy dice and 8 skill test dice. We have dice icon resolution in this game, which I really like as a mechanism. Okay, so these are custom dice. Okay, and this is the enemy die. Okay, cool. Then we have lots of cards. So let me open some of the cards so I can show you the art and the contents. At least for most of them. I'll get an idea of how the cards look like in the game. These are split between status cards and I should think these are item cards. Yeah. Okay. So just to give you an idea, I'm not separating them now, just to give you an idea on how many possibilities you're going to have in the game through items, through statuses, through different things that they're going to affect your characters, the environment around you, the world itself, and create lots and lots of wounded, potion of ultimate healing, cannibal, bounty in the pale. Okay, so nice anatomy, a nice structure of the card. Everything looks easily accessible and easy to read. Okay. I will sort the cards later, but again, these are more status cards, so they need to be separated and organized. And these are numbered as well for quick reference. Okay, lots of different equipment as well, I see. Bows and shields and swords and blades and amulets and armor and lots of different things with the different abilities. Okay, cool. Then we have the upgrade enchantment cards. There are 46 in total. And this is a very cool aspect and mechanism of the game. I really looking forward to see this in practice. Enchantment and upgrade, so you can do different things to differentiate your cards. Okay, so very much looking forward to see how this works in practice. I have high expectations, and it seems like a very, very unique way to make this game feel different. Okay. The item cards, they are 196. That's why you keep seeing them in all the decks. I need to sort them out, but there are quite a few. Okay, quite a few. So different things with different stats and different modifiers, and Really a lot of variety, I would say, here. Lots of potions for stamina, for magicka, robes, fists, clothes, and minor healing potion. Okay. Then we have these cards are, I assume, don't remember how these are called. But again, I see some more equipment. Yeah, equipment cards. Leather boots and leather armor and glass bow and hunter bow and daggers, etc. Helmet. Cool. And everything, there is space for sleeves. This is something always important that unfortunately not many companies take care of. And anyway, the cardstock is good, by the way. Lots of amulets and additional equipment. Okay, so I'm just going a bit quicker, so I need to make this video huge, but just to see very, very fast the amount of variety and content in the game is absolutely amazing. And the last deck. And there are also compartments here for organizing the tokens, okay? So everything can go here and you can put the lid on top and then everything will stay in its place. So this is also important. Okay. Some last equipment, items. Very much looking forward to try these in action. Cool. Okay, so I'm taking the top insert and putting it on the side for the moment. And then I'm going to take the minis out so that we can see them quickly. But I also want to show you something really cool. You have two deck boxes for the decks and the cards of the game with dividers so that you can keep everything tidy and organized. How cool is that? And this is also easily removed. So it's a huge box. It has a lot of depth, as you can see, because there's a lot of material. So let's take this out for the moment and let's see. First of all, the minis. These are the heroes, and these are pretty amazing miniatures. I really like how they look. I think they did well in bringing the atmosphere of Skyrim in the tabletop genre and onto our tables. So very, very nicely done, those minis. I mean, the scope of this game is amazing. The quality so far looks absolutely stunning. And all these cards and quest cards and lots of things to explore on this. Even from the core game, two massive campaigns to explore, and then you can also take the expansion. So it's a lot of content here. So and these are the remaining two. 6 in total. Very different, nice details. And they're quite sturdy as well, so they don't feel fragile or anything. They have nice details and different stance and posture, so very much liking what I see so far here. Now, again, I'm not going to go through all the quests and all the cards, but let me just show you how, first of all, you see there's lots of story and narration, success and failure, okay. Ooh, nice. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. I don't remember how this is called, like I don't remember how this technology is called, this silver finish, but it's really nice. Okay. These feel really nice also. Great. Okay, so let's put those here so I can start gathering some of the cards. Oh, unexpected trolls and victims of the infection and winged destruction and lots of things coming in. Okay, not making any spoilers. Side tunnel, hidden mine shaft. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Some more items. Don't know if these are extras from the game found or not. This is why they're separate. Most probably. Yeah, that's why they're separate. So let's move into. First of all, look at the card boxes. They're great and they're really. I like the games that they have tack boxes because, especially for an adventure game, you want to take it out and have it next to you, and then put the dividers and being able to find easily everything. So great job here. Speaking of dividers, there you go. Cool. And let's see these cards. Okay. Things that happen at locations, yeah. So lots of adventure here to be discovered. Not going to make any more spoilers. These are the reference cards and we have 4. So these are handy because it has the combat from one side and the turn sequence on the other. Very useful, great stuff. Okay, now that being said, look at what's going on here. So you can understand my excitement because there is a ton of content here. I mean, come on. We have dungeon challenges for campaign 2, chapter 3. Different locations, different quest cards, for example. The war quest. You see? We have encounter deck with encounters. We have more quest cards and more followers and more locations and Death of the Thrain Part 2, Orcs Tube Part 2 and the other side Part 3. Suppose these are also additional things that they are included within the decks. I'm not going to open them. First of all, not to mix them. Second of all, don't want to make any spoilers, but you can see the structure again, success, failure. Yeah, the narration and the theme and the different choices and decisions and statuses depending on what is the outcome. Okay, so success, gain 5, or place a troll token on any space of this type. Okay, world quests. Cool. So amazing quality, amazing content. It looks like it has the DNA and all the ingredients for an amazing game too. So very much looking forward to see all the details. And this is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the adventure game from Odysseus Entertainment. Super excited, and stay tuned for more content coming up soon. Many thanks for watching.